An hour and a half's drive outside of the city of Cape Town, and once you've traveled through the Piket-bo-berg, you will be going up the Versveld Pass and you'll find yourself in this beautiful valley, the Moutons Valley. Why is this place so special? Well, simply because it's home to probably some of the most exclusive trails out here in the Western Cape. We're excited to be here. The Starks have kindly invited us out here to sample a little bit of what this trail is about ahead of the U-Stage mountain bike race. And our guide today is going to be Rickus Jooste. Tyron's stoked to be here because he's got a brand new bike and he's going to shred some trails. And yeah, there's nothing more to really be said other than it's time to ride some bikes. So we're out on the trails now and getting into the flow of things. And one thing that's already jumped out at me, and look, I have been here before, but today is particularly spectacular. Rickus, are you going to calm this today? Are you going to beat Matt Beers' time?
I can't.
I'll tow you in. You follow me halfway up and then you can make a breakaway.
Good, thank you.
Halfway up, I'll take you to the first corner.
But that is such well-built trail. You do gain in meters, but you gain in a way that is manageable. They could have just built that straight up and it would have kind of destroyed you, but it really gets you into a nice rhythm, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day. Typically I'm not one to get excited about climbs because I'm generally just so terrible at them, but that was flipping cool, man. Ty did great work there because he's on a 160mm rain. So Rickus has said that you're sweating and panting, and that's obviously a clear sign that you enjoyed it.
This is clearly Rickus' first time riding with me. Sure. That was enjoyable, the first, when we were only doing 20 k's an hour. And then when he was like, oh, I'm going to pick it up a bit.
Well, this is the Piket-bo-berg.
Oh, yo.
Rickus all Harry casual here, just business as usual, checking emails on the trail, still wearing his shirt from the office this morning after smashing out some emails. Man, Rickus, how often do you get to ride out here? Do you kind of do it on the daily, or is it a bit trickier than that?
No, we try to do it daily. The more we ride, the less maintenance there are. So that's what the philosophy behind riding every day. But yeah, mostly we get to ride it as much as we can, which is quite something spectacular. And we're very thankful for that as well, because not many people have access to the trails.
I really like that. Lex, my dear wife, did you hear that? When myself and Tyron and the boys are riding into Kai, we're actually helping with trail maintenance, which means that we're providing a better life for all if they're living healthier and fitter, because the trails are rideable. So we're on to Sunup trail now, and man, this trail has got some amazing flow. It's nice and technical too in parts, and the trick to really enjoying this trail is to go at a steady pace. You don't really want to be like overly aggressive in attacking it. You want to focus on the flow and let the bike do the work, and then you will have the most fun and you won't get too puffed out either. Part of the Sunup trail is Sunshine Trail. It's 1/2 kilometer in length, I believe slightly more technical than what we've been riding now, but one that if you keep up with the idea of being in more of a flow state than going hard is super rewarding. So here we go. Man, that is a perfect way to get into the swing of things on a day like this. So that was Sunup and Sunrise Trails, and it's part of the same loop, but legs are warm, feeling good. We're cheating a little bit today because we of course backed up by the Land Cruiser. There's so many trails to showcase here. Of course we don't have the time to do all of them in just one episode, but today we're going to pick out a couple of those many highlights and do our best to showcase. So it's time to load up and head over to what I believe is a bit more gravity. You're counting your lucky stars, buddy, that you aren't riding this.
Yeah, my start is on. I'm taking this from Matthews.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, not sorry. So it's time to offload the Land Cruiser because we've arrived at our next bit of trail radness. It's called Greystone, and not only is the riding absolutely awesome, we are spoiled with some views that, honestly, you don't really get to experience that often on the mountain bikes. Not only that, but you can see all the way through to Elandsbaai in the distance. We are super excited about this particular trail. I'd say mostly Tyron though, because it's the first time he's going to be hitting some real gravity on his new whip. Let's go. Onto Greystone Trail. You do have a little bit of work to do to get into the swing of things here. Working our way up pretty much to, I would say, the midway point of the trail, and then it's essentially some nice flow and gravity all the way through to the end. It's a total of 1.3 kilometers long, and as you can see, it's pretty rocky, but the dirt between the rocks is really tacky, so it allows you to just trust your bike, let the wheels do the work, and have some good fun. Woo! There you go, that's it. Greystone Trail, just one of the many beauties that you will get to enjoy if you're riding the U.
We're busy dropping into Greystone Express, 1.4 k's of prime single track gravity. So looking forward to this one. How's that view out there? Just gotta concentrate. Otherwise you miss the trail completely. Oh. Start getting loose, foot out. It's only a few hundred meters in. This trail has been amazing. Nice little overhang rocks are going under there. This bridge was built, they had to carry everything by themselves, about a 2k walk. Little pedal strike there, nearly went over the bars. But apparently this is the last cross section coming up. Yo, that got deep. Oh, fuck.
So Greystone Express was definitely a treat, and we've now transitioned across to the Canyon Trail, followed by Stanky's Poort, and we're going to round off the day by bombing Porcupine Trail. But right now it's time to get really excited for the canyon, because man, it is so beautiful. So we are now in the heart of the canyon, and this is without a doubt probably the most unique feature on all the trails that we've ridden so far today. I'd imagine in the heat of summer, it's a place where Rickus and Eric and the Starke family, when riding their bikes, seek a bit of refuge from the heat. But in winter, despite all the big rains that they've had, in this cave section behind us here and across over there, pretty much bone dry. It really is an amazing part of this trail. So while we've been having fun on our bikes today, that man has literally been running around with a stills camera, a bunch of GoPros, a drone, making all the magic happen. And a shout out to Craig Rhodes Harrison, because he is a magician and he's the guy that brings all of this to life. So when you see him, buy him a chai latte.
We're coming out of the canyon now. Nice little berm. Carrying some nice speed to get up out here. These guys have really worked on these trails. Awesome bridges, nice features, spectacular views. Oh, that is nice. Whoa! So we're coming out of the canyon now and moving into Stanky's Poort. Some really good berms on this trail.
I think Delani's going to be excited that Rick has finally managed to get it in and his foot into his cleat. Can we just make sure that that comment finds its way into the final edit, please?
We're on the Porcupine Trails now, coming to end of our day. A few little technical rocks to get around. Oh, Douglas!
That was really bad. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man.
One of the favorite parts of the day. Cheers, boys. Thank you. Steve-o, thank you to you for shuttling for us today. Really appreciate it. Stressful day at the office. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Thank you very much. Well done, lads. Rickus, good tour guide.
Thanks, Rickus.
Well done for not crashing, buddy. That was like the first ALLRIDE show that Tyron hasn't crashed. But second, my apologies. But yeah, man, a really cool day out here. I must say, the trail network and what we rode today, which was only a portion of the broader trail network here, there's so many different facets to the type of riding that you do. There's some flow sections, there's some sections that challenge you technically. You challenge technically when you're climbing, when you're descending, so it kind of makes for a really balanced ride, an all-round experience. Those of you that are coming out to ride the U, make sure that you want to come here fit, and you want to have ridden trail that is going to be challenging you technically, but in a positive way. There's certainly nothing here that scares you. It really has been built with kind of safety in mind and people having the most fun they possibly can. So that's it from us. Thank you once again to the Starke family, to Rickus, to Steve, to Delani, to Emma, to everyone that's been hosting us here. And if you ever do get the invitation to come out and ride a recce, or the opportunity to enter the race to come and ride these trails, don't hesitate, get that entry in. But for now, we're going to smash some beers and watch the sunset. Adios. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of ALLRIDE. If you've enjoyed the show, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do leave us a comment, but also, more importantly, give us a share.